just how proud I was of them. You know, how, just a million different words that I, you know, how much I love them, how proud I am of them, how they fought through a lot of different things, especially those seniors. You know, had everybody in, outside, really everybody outside of this building never thought we could do what we did this year. Nobody did. And it's great to show everybody wrong, you know, and I'm just so proud of them that how hard they worked and they kept grinding and kept fighting and came through it. And what I really said to them was learn that. I hope that helps you some other time in life. I hope it helps you save your company someday. Maybe it'll save your marriage someday. Maybe it'll save your corporation. But if you really just keep working hard at something and keep grinding and don't quit, you always got a chance to be successful.
Go from 4-8 to 8-4. How's that feel?
Feels great. You know, it feels great. Kind of like I'm really proud of our assistant coaches. All our assistant coaches did an unbelievable job. You know, all the way down from the two coordinators, Coach Saint, Coach Bresky. You know, Coach Shoemaker, special teams showed up today, did an unbelievable job. Coach Mulliner with the quarterbacks, Coach Papuna with the tight ends. You know, defensively, you got Eric Williams with the corners, Eric Brown and Troy Purcell with the linebackers, Kenny Holmes with the D-line. I think every one of those names needs to be mentioned and needs to probably be printed and said, good job, because they all did an unbelievable great job.
Coach, with a defensive performance like that today, you have to feel pretty confident heading into bowl season.
Yeah, it was just a great job of getting turnovers. You know, they did a great job of. Usually, when you're out hitting the other team, you have a chance to win the turnover battle. And they just kept fighting, and they were moving the ball on us pretty good in the first half. It's kind of how about the last 3 games have been, 3 or 4 really. People moved it pretty good on us the first half, and then the defenses kind of shut them down in the second half. So it was. Great job by special teams. Good job of the defense causing turnovers. I liked Matt. We call them scoring plays. We work exact on the field plays we're going to run. All 3 touchdowns that he threw were those plays. It's a great job by him. A little disappointed in our running game a little bit in the second half, but that fourth quarter I thought was good. So that was good.
Paul, I believe it was 4 years ago today. I think you were introduced here. Look back, is this probably exactly what you thought you would be, or?
I don't know if it's ever. I think your ego always thinks you can get it done a little quicker than you can. You know, I think sometimes you don't know exactly how bad it is till you get in the middle of it. But my goal, my belief was to make sure I got it done, and I wanted to get us, I wanted to get us to a bowl game. I wanted to make us winners. I really want to thank Dr. Spear for believing in me and the whole administration and everybody else, and then all the players and assistant coaches, because it was just, we went through some times, but everybody kept fighting, everybody kept working, and today was a great day.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about your 2 senior tight ends, Dion and Trent, and how their impact has made the season just a little bit better?
They, they're both very talented kids. We use them in a lot of different ways, move them around, run a lot of different formations with them, and it was great that they both caught a touchdown today on their senior day. As the years went on, a lot of people have been trying to double Trent. And a lot of people tried to overplay, Dion at times, but they worked really hard today, and I was happy for them both today with the touchdown.
Not only to force the turnover, but capitalize off of them, give either a field goal or a touchdown after almost every turnover. What would you say about the offense to kind of make the most of those opportunities?
That's kind of when I think you start becoming a better and better team, is when you work together with each other. So the defense causes turnover, offense takes it down and scores. Offense scores, defense get a 3 and out. And I think doing that together is how you really become a very efficient team. So that was great to see today.
Caden Ellis continues to show the ball skills, and then Jay Sean kind of battling back and forth for the interception lead. Those 2 guys have been opportunistic.
They have, and you always see Caden Ellis out there late after practice working extra on catching the ball, and Jay Sean has good hands. He's kind of a skilled player in high school. But those 2 guys have got a good nose for the ball, and they just go make plays, and you can't say enough about both of them. It was a great job by both of them.
Did you think they were going to test you that often deep?
Yeah, those wideouts are theirs. Yeah, they're talented, man. Those guys, they got a good group of wideouts. So I was very worried about that all week.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the play on special teams and a few block punts over the last few weeks. It seems like it's gotten better and better. And then for Lloyd Hightower to kind of take that opportunity and score his first touchdown.
Yeah, it was funny is it was so punt return. That would have been Tuesday night. Tuesday night I got home late and said to my wife, Lloyd blocked a punt today. It looked good, man. He blocked it and picked it up, and it was like the exact same thing he did in the game today. It was pretty awesome.
Did you score on that one too?
In practice, he did. It was almost identical. He almost did it exactly the same way. Picked it up, ran, except for he cut back in practice.
You mentioned your ego, maybe thinking you can turn a program around maybe faster than you really can. During this 4-year run, when did maybe, I'm gonna call it a reality check, but when did you realize it would take me longer than you thought?
Just in the middle of it. You know, in the middle of it, you just kind of knew, and then that's where we talked a lot to our players about, you know, our private victories, and I would say that in these press conferences, and I think a lot of people look at me like they didn't know what I was talking about, but you gotta have the private victories before you have the public victories, and we had a whole bunch of those, you know, those were fixing the APR, those were getting our GPA right, those were learning how to grind and work in the weight room, and grind and work in the classroom, and just do things right, and choose character, and all that is part of the process, and then now we get to have the public victory. So going 8-4 that's a huge public victory, and going to a bowl game is a great public victory. So very, very proud and happy for all our assistants and players.
How instrumental was this senior class in helping lay down that foundation?
Big time, they really were. You know, and there were some guys in the classes ahead of them too. You know, like one guy standing on our sideline today, Quentin Bradley. He was very instrumental in that. Dallas Sandberg last year, Mike Marvo the year before. There was Elijah Penny. There was guys that I wish were still with us, because they gave so much of themselves, you know, and they need to feel proud of that too, because they played a huge role in it. But this senior class right here, huge, you know, because there's some that couldn't make it, some that weren't tough enough, couldn't work hard enough, couldn't grind it out, couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel and think that things were going to happen good. So we had a thing last night where they all got up here and they all picked one word to describe what they felt of the team, and then they gave the explanation of it, and it was probably one of the more awesome things I've ever, you know, sat through, and a lot of them really were proud of themselves that they've made it and that they've fought through it and been tough, and part of, you know, being a coach is trying to help these young men be better men and make them be successful in life. And hopefully, I really hope that happens with all of them.
Were there one or two words that kind of stuck out?
Yeah, there was a lot of good ones, you know. I think that's not fair for me to say it. You know, I think if they want to say it, they can share it, but I don't think I should share it, because that was a private room and they gave their word. So, but there were some great ones. There really was.
What was running through your head at the tunnel there when all the seniors were introduced and you're able to give them hugs and shake their hands?
It was sad. It was sad, and better do a good job recruiting this week. But I don't think recruit you. A little bit of both. You know what I mean? I think as a coach, it goes through your mind like sad, just about, you know, ready to break down, and then oh my God, we've got this position, but we got a lot of good young guys, and these extra practices in the bowl is really going to help them.
You mentioned Quentin and a few other guys who were instrumental. Just now said he was holding back emotions after the win. Is it sounding kind of the same thing for you? As
Yeah.
you addressed the team just now?
Yeah, it really was. It really was. So it was just great. He's going to be happy tonight. It's a great night to be happy, so enjoy it. All right? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.